it's Nicole, and today I'm going to be doing my favorite series recommendations. Now, these aren't in any particular order except for the last one, which is my all time favorite series. So, yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so first up, I have the Pretty Little Liars series by Sarah Shepard, and I loved these books so much. I'm still not finished with them, but the ones I have read I have loved. But I also really love the TV show, which I watched that first because I didn't know they had books. But when I figured out she did have books, I now am like in need of all of them. And for those of you who don't know what this series is about, it's about the four girls, Spencer, Aria, Emily, and Hannah, whose friend Allie has gone missing, and like 2 years ago, I think. And basically they're just they kind of went their separate ways until they all get back together from the text from A. So yeah, that's the best way I know how to describe it. I'm not very good at describing things, but it's an excellent series and you should really check it out. Okay, now the next series I have is the Shadow House series by Dan Poblocki. Sorry if I butchered that, probably did. But this is kind of a middle school series, I guess, but it was really good. I read all three books, and it's basically about it says Shadow House is calling you, so I guess it kind of is. But it's these kids, Dash, Dylan, Poppy, Marcus, and Azumi, who are all drawn to Shadow House for different reasons. And so they all have their own reasons for going there. They all think it's for different things. But now they have to escape the Shadow House because it has trapped them in there. And I thought it was really well. I thought it was amazing. It was just an overall really good series. And you should definitely check it out. Okay, the next series I have is the Fable Haven series by Brandon Mull. And this was an awesome series. I'm still not done with it because I'm a very slow reader and I've been putting it off and off. And I really should get to finishing these, but I haven't. And yeah. So basically, this book is about two siblings, Kendra and Seth. And they go to their grandfather's house. And so he is the caretaker of Fablehaven. And there are all these different mythical creatures, and they have to basically figure out, like, there's mysteries, and like I said, it's basically a fantasy series, but from what I have read, it's been very good so far. And I really need to finish this series, but I've just been putting it off and off and off, and I still don't know when I'm going to get to reading it. Alright, the next series I have is the Haunting of Sunshine Girl series by Paige Mackenzie. And I read this book in 7th grade, I want to say. But when I did read it, it was for a book report we had to do, and the whole class enjoyed the part of the book I read to them, and they were really interested in it. And it's basically about a girl named Sunshine. Her and her mother, they move from Texas to Washington, and things like spooky things start happening. And Sunshine is basically just trying to uncover all these secrets that keep happening and just all these weird things. But I really like this one. I think I like this one the best. I still have not read the third one, but I think I like this one the best out of all of the ones I've read. But it was an overall really great series from what I have read, and I definitely think you should check it out. Okay, the next series I have is The Reins by Greg Hurwitz, and I love this series. I read both books. I guess it's only it's a duology. And I read the first one, and then the second one had not come out yet when I first read the first one, but as soon as it did come out, I purchased it, and I love that one too. Still can't get over the ending of the last one. You know what I'm talking about if you read these series. But it's about the Reins brothers, Chase and his brother Patrick, and Alexandra, their close friend, Patrick's girlfriend. And it's a zombie book, basically. All of the people who have turned 18 have turned into these zombie creatures. And so now they have to fight off the zombie creatures while trying to survive. And it gets really, really like weird and spooky, continuing from this one into the second one. But it was really an overall great series, and I really, really enjoyed this series. So you should definitely check it out. Okay, the next book series I have is The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris, and I love Neil Patrick Harris so, so much. He plays Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events, and I have watched that series. I've watched the movie. I have not yet finished reading the book series, so I definitely should get around to that. But sorry, my dog was growling. So The Magic Misfits is about a bunch of kids: Carter, Theo, Riley, Leela, Izzy, and Ollie. I believe. Don't hold me against it if it's wrong. But it's basically Carter comes to town and they're trying to solve this mystery. And then he meets all his friends and they form a group, the Magic Misfits. And there's a second book, and he's coming out with a third book, which I will definitely get when he comes out with it, because I loved the first two. I loved this series. And it's amazing, and it's got all these it's got secret passcodes in it and stuff like that. But I found it in Sam's Club, I think, when we were just shopping there, because I like to go look at the book section while my parents are grocery shopping. So I found it, I picked it up, and I loved it. I loved it so much. So you should definitely check it out. Okay, and the last and final series, my favorite series, is The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. Now these books hold such a dear place in my heart. I love them so, so much. It's my favorite book series. I think it's my favorite books written of all time. I don't really have a favorite one out of all of them, because it's just so hard to pick, but I don't want to say I like one more than the other, but I kind of do, kind of don't, but for the people who don't know what this book series is about, it's about twin siblings, Alex and Connor, who have lost their father in a car accident on their birthday. And so what happens, for their next birthday, their grandmother gets them The Land of Stories, which has been in their family for generations and generations and stuff like that. And so their grandmother gives the book to Alex and Connor. And weird things start happening when they get the book. It starts glowing in the middle of the night, and Alex starts, because she takes the book in her room, because she loves to read, and she's kind of like that shy outcast, not a lot of friends. So they actually fall into the Land of Stories, and they just have to figure out how to get home with all the obstacles and their new friends, and they find out some secrets. And I love this series so, so much. And I know a lot of people have read it, but I feel like a lot more people should read the series, because I've read all 6 books, I want to say. Yeah, all 6 books. Sorry. All 6 books, plus the Book Hugger's Guide, plus I have... I know, I'm getting off topic. I have this, The Treasury of Classic Fairy Tales, also written by Chris Colfer. And so I guess the series is just very near and dear to my heart, and it's just it's changed my life, like given me more hope to fairy tales. Because I wasn't really a fairy tale person until I started reading this series, and now I'm a fairy tale person. Alright, so that is it for my series recommendations, and comment down below if you have any series that you think I should read that I haven't read yet, because I know I haven't read a lot of series because I'm more of a one-time book thingy person, I guess, the standalones. So, yeah. And those are my series recommendations. But, hope you check them out if you haven't, and let me know if you have and love them. Okay, bye guys.